Hello, this video will explore the course option in ICCIS. Once you've logged in and are at the home screen, you will have options listed here along the left-hand column. Let's click on Course. Here you will see 6 options: Search, Add, Modify, Withdraw, Reuse, and ILCO. First, let's click on Search. Here you have the option of searching your college's course master file dataset. You can search by any of the fields shown. Most commonly, users search by course prefix and number, PCS code, or PCS and zip code. Let's type in a course prefix and hit search. The system provides you with a list of all courses with the prefix AUT. Note, this includes all active and withdrawn courses since we did not specify that in our search. If you wanted to limit the search to only active courses with this prefix, you would enter A for active in the status field and search again. You may also choose to download or print this information. Let's select Print. Here you can see all the columns on the master file are listed. We reviewed those column headings in a previous video. You may print or hit close to return to the previous page. If you wanted to choose or limit specific columns in this report, you can do that by selecting the option Display Columns on the right. Click which columns you no longer want to include and hit Search. Now you can download or print this information. Here you can see columns have been limited to your request. Now you may print or hit close to return. Now let's move on to the next option, Add. Click Add. This option is for when your institution wants to add a brand new course to its offerings. Start by selecting the course prefix from the drop-down menu. This list of course prefixes represents all the existing prefixes currently available at your institution. Note, if you need to add a new prefix, meaning one that doesn't already exist in the drop-down menu, select New, which is the first option at the top of the list. When you select New, another box will pop open, and you may enter the new course prefix into that field. Let's pretend I'm going to add a new course to my college's criminal justice program. First, I need to know what the course prefix is for criminal justice. Next, I need to select a course number that isn't already in use. Here is where I would enter the course title, here is where I would select the course PCS code, and here's where I would select the course zip code. Note, the zip codes available will populate based on the PCS code selected. So, if I had chosen PCS 1.7, the zip codes available would be reflective of adult education. When you drop down the list of zip codes, you can scroll to find the code you need, or you can start typing and numbers will pop up. You can select the appropriate zip code from there. Here's where you would select the curriculum information, the program this course will be assigned to. I'm going to assign this course to the college's existing criminal justice degree program. Note, this information is selected by the college. Be sure you select a curriculum that is appropriate for the course you are adding. For example, an adult ed course should be assigned to an adult ed curriculum. If you aren't sure what adult ed curriculum your institution has, you can download a curriculum master file through ICCIS and determine what curriculum prefix and number is most appropriate. Note, the curricular information allowable in these menus reflects only active curricula. You cannot attach a new active course to an existing inactive or withdrawn curriculum. Here is where you would select if the course is repeatable and how many times. Note, the notation referencing a waiver for repeatability is for special circumstances only. If you think you may need a waiver to the administrative rules for course repeatability, review the criteria for approval of such waiver in the Program Approval Manual. If you have further questions, please contact Tricia Broughton. Here's where you would select if the course is variable credit. Note, always put the maximum amount of credit hours in the total credit hours field. For example, if the course is variable credit between 1 and 3 credit hours, use 3 credit hours. The course can always be claimed for less credit hours than 3, just not more. Here's where you provide the total credit hours, lecture hours, and lab hours for the course. Note, the lecture and lab hours should be the credit hour equivalent to the contact hours. Do not input contact hours in these fields. Please refer to the administrative rules for contact to credit hour ratios. Here is where you would input the course description. Here is where you would input a description of the students being served with this course. If the course is repeatable, here's where you would provide a rationale for a student repeating the course. And if the course is variable credit, here's where you would provide a rationale for the course being offered at variable credit hours. Here is where you input the beginning date of the course. For example, if you want this course to start for the fall semester, you might put in 8/15/2023. Note, an effective date can go back up to 30 days prior to ICCB receiving the course request, and an effective date can go up to 1 calendar year into the future. Here is where you would attach any files included with the course, such as the course syllabus, or for adult ed courses, the appropriate adult ed course form. Note, if I had selected to submit this course as PCS 1.1 or a baccalaureate transfer course, I would also need to include evidence of articulation. Evidence may include the IAI approved code, which can be included in the course description or on the attached course-specific syllabus, or by attaching 3 currently signed and dated articulation forms, or Form 13s. Form 13s are available in the Program Approval Manual. Note, if you experience issues attaching files, try clearing your cache and switching browsers. If you still cannot attach files, take a screenshot of the error message and email it to Tricia Broughton at tricia.broughton@illinois.gov. Once all of the information has been added, go back and confirm the effective date is correct. If a course is submitted with an incorrect effective date, you cannot submit a correction through ICCIS. You will need to contact Tricia Broughton and provide a rationale for the effective date correction. After confirming all the information is correct, click Submit to send the proposal to ICCB. Once received, ICCB staff will review the request and approve or deny the proposal. We'll go over tracking the approvals and denials in a later video. Now, let's move on to Modify. Click Modify. This option is for when your institution wants to change an existing course in its offerings. Start by selecting the course prefix from the drop-down menu. Then select the appropriate course number for the course you wish to modify. Click Next. The system will retrieve the course information. Note, if you wish to change the course prefix, you must first bring up the information for the existing course. If you wish to change the course prefix to one that doesn't already exist, you select New from the drop-down menu. It is the first choice at the top of the list. A new box will pop open and you enter the new course prefix in this field. For all other changes, you make them in the appropriate field. Note, for submitting a course modification, you do not have to re-enter the course description or students served. It may or may not automatically populate. Note, if you are changing between PCS codes, for example, PCS 1.2 to PCS 1.1, You would still need to provide evidence of articulation for this change, along with a course-specific syllabus. Once you have made the requested changes, enter an effective date. Note: the system determines whether an effective date is required, based on the change being requested. For example, if I make a change to the course title, no effective date pops open. However, if I make a change to the credit hours, an effective date is required and a box pops open. Please be extra conscientious about the effective date, as you cannot request a change through ICCIS. You will need to contact Tricia Broughton and provide a rationale for the effective date correction. After confirming all information is correct, click Submit to send the proposal to ICCB. Once received, ICCB staff will review the request and approve or deny the proposal. Now, let's move on to Withdraw. Click Withdraw. This option is for when your institution no longer wants to offer an existing course. Start by selecting the course prefix from the drop-down menu. Then select the appropriate course number for the course you wish to withdraw. Click Next. The system will retrieve the course information. Here's where you provide the effective date of the course withdrawal. Please be extra conscientious about the effective date, as you cannot request a change through ICCIS. You will need to contact Tricia Broughton and provide a rationale for the effective date correction. After confirming this information is correct, click Submit to send the proposal to ICCB. Once received, ICCB staff will review the request and approve or deny the proposal. Now, let's move on to Reuse. Click Reuse. This option is for when your institution wants to offer an existing course that has previously been withdrawn. Start by selecting the course prefix from the drop-down menu. Then select the appropriate course number you wish to reuse. Click Next. The system will retrieve the course information. You may change any of the existing course information except the course prefix and number, which cannot be changed until the course is active again. Here's where you would provide an effective date of the course reuse. Please be extra conscientious about the effective date, as you cannot request a change through ICCIS. You will need to contact Tricia Broughton and provide a rationale for the effective date correction. If course description or student served information has changed, provide the updated information accordingly. If course repeatability or variable credit information has changed, provide the rationale as necessary. Be sure to attach any necessary files to your reuse proposal, such as an updated course syllabus, adult ed course forms, or Form 13s if applicable. After confirming this information is correct, click Submit to send the proposal to ICCB. Once received, ICCB staff will review the request and approve or deny the proposal. Now, let's take a look at our final course option, ILCO. Click ILCO. This option is for when your institution wants to offer an existing course being shared through the Illinois Community Colleges Online Consortium. Start by selecting the teaching school. This is the institution who is currently offering the online course your institution wants to offer. Next, select the course prefix and the course number for this course. Click Next. The system will retrieve the course information. Here you provide the effective date for your institution to begin offering this course. Please be extra conscientious about the effective date, as you cannot request a change through ICCIS. You will need to contact Tricia Broughton and provide a rationale for the effective date correction. Here you provide the course description if you have that information. It may or may not automatically populate. It is okay to not include this information. Here you would provide a description of the students being served on your campus. Attach any files as necessary. After confirming all the information is correct, click Submit to send the proposal to ICCB. Once received, ICCB staff will review the request and approve or deny the proposal. This concludes our video training session on the course section in ICCIS. If you have any questions about any of the information covered here or have trouble executing any of the functions described here, please contact Tricia Broughton at tricia.broughton@illinois.gov.